Hey everybody, it is week 4 Post Op VSG. It's time for a check-in. How'd this week go? Hey everybody, it's Erica with Time to Shrink. Hey y'all, it's Erica with Time to Shrink. It is time to do a weekly check-in. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery 4 weeks ago today, 11/23/2018 in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico with Dr. Hildago. My highest weight was 270. That was in the spring of last year. My starting weight the day that I flew down for surgery was 235. Last week I was in a stall and was at 222. This morning I weighed in at 220.6. So I've gone down a little bit, not a whole lot. So for 4 weeks, for a month, that's what, 14 pounds? So not awesome, but it's going down and that's the right direction. Overall, this week has been a lot better. Last week was, if you saw my video, I was pretty sad. It was pretty abysmal. Overall, much better. Let's get into talking about it. It has been a month, so I did do my measurements. I don't do my measurements weekly. I do them once a month. But from the beginning, 6/22/18 was the first time I ever did my measurements, and I wish I had done them before I had started losing weight. I started keto in the beginning of June, and this was June 22nd when I finally took my measurements, and I had already lost almost like 20 pounds at that point. So I hate that I didn't get my original measurements, but my measurements as of 6/22, I was 258 pounds. Just a quick review of my measurements. My chest started out at 45. Bra size was, I was wearing a 44. It was super, super tight. I just bought new bras yesterday and my chest is a 38 and a 4th. And I fit comfortably in this 38. I was looking in my videos, y'all, last week, and my boobs were like, instead of here where they're supposed to, they probably should be up here a little bit, but whatever. Instead of here, they were like hanging low. Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Yeah, it was not a good situation. When I saw my vlogs back, I was like, oh my gosh, your boobs are like down to your boobs are like down to your waist, Erica, to your belly button. And then one of my kids even said last week, he was like, you might want to put a bra on, Mom. And because he had some friends coming over, I was like, I have one on. Like, it was so embarrassing. Like, I had like a really kind of loose sports bra and my boobs were basically like falling out the bottom of it. It was not good. So I did go ahead and get a couple new bras. So that was a change, a big change. My waist was a 47.5 and it is down to a 40. So that's 7.5 inches that I lost in my waist. And from just pre-surgery, it's 2.5 inches I've lost in my waist. So I'm really happy with that. And then the other place that I've lost a ton is my hips. I started out at 65 and that mainly was because my lower belly was impeding my hip measurement. You know, it was sticking out so much. So that was 65. Right before surgery, it was 50 and a 4th. So I'd already lost a ton of my belly doing keto. And then today it was 47 and 3/8. So 47, 48, 49, 50. That's like 3 more inches in this month. So I'll really take it. Definitely still have a belly. That's definitely going to be an issue, but it's really going down. So the fact that I had been on a 2-week stall, doing my measurements was really helpful. It made me feel better. Putting on the clothes that I take my pictures in made me feel better because I could feel how much looser the dress was. There's my comparison pictures. You can definitely see that I've lost a lot in the middle. So from last week to this week, one of my main complaints last week was I was nauseated and dizzy. I was having a few days of trouble getting in my water and my protein because I was just so nauseous and so dizzy. I decided to correct that with really working on my electrolytes and my water. And I also went down on my beta blocker pill, and it seems to have worked really well. I have a lot more energy this week again. I am sleeping well. When I do wake up at night, if I need to go to the bathroom or something like that, that's really the only time, or first thing in the morning when I go from lying flat to getting up. If I don't take my time, I do get really dizzy and almost like black out. I have to like put my hand on the wall or wherever I am, but it's just a few seconds and then I'm fine. So that's been a lot better. Probably need to work on my salt intake a little bit more and try and get that water up a little bit higher. But the whole 15 minutes before and 30 minutes after of no water when you're eating small amounts throughout the day, it really limits the water drinking. That combo has really been the hardest part for me this week of getting. I think I could get a lot more in if I didn't have to wait those periods. But I am. So that kind of is a good segue into what I'm eating. I thought I would just go over what I ate today, and it's kind of a representation of the food I've been eating this week. I woke up this morning and I had a Performance protein bar. One Performance protein bar is 200 calories, 14 grams of protein, 6 net carbs, and 15 fat. So it's a pretty good keto bar. It's a little high on the carbs. The 6 carbs is a little high. I have found that that's something that's really easy for me to eat because it's like a wafer and it just dissolves in your mouth like it's nothing, and it sits really, really well. So if I'm feeling kind of nauseated but I know I need to get in some protein, I will eat one of those, like half a bar, and then a while later I'll eat the other half of a bar. So that actually has been helpful. And for lunch I had a ricotta bake with a little bit of Italian sausage that was crumbled in it, and I'm on the soft food stage now, and the ground beef, or like meatball consistency, has been doing really pretty well. So it had a little bit of that in it. And then for dinner I had the other half of the ricotta bake, so it was about 5 ounces, and actually haven't had dinner yet, but I'm going to have the other half. I had about probably 2 ounces worth of it for lunch and then had to stop, and then I plan to eat the other half. I also made a sugar-free cheesecake and I had a few bites of that. So if I eat everything that I have on my list, a little shy on the protein, I need to get a little bit more. I may add a protein shake in there to get a little bit more. And then for one of my snacks today, I had hamburger casserole, which is something that's also been sitting really, really well for me. It's definitely one of my favorite keto meals. Made it for my family this week, and then I've been eating little bits of the leftovers. So one serving of that for me is 130 calories and has 8 grams of protein. Basically, it's ground meat, so ground up hamburger, egg, mayonnaise, what is it? Egg, mayonnaise, and sour cream, and cheese. So it's pretty fatty and really, really easy to get down. As long as I take my time and eat slowly. Do you need me?
No.
So the hamburger casserole is something that is really sitting really, really well. I'm just gotten into the soft stage. It's probably one of the things that has set the best. I did yesterday try some protein shake again. I haven't had one in like a week because they just weren't sitting great. All right, we're gonna talk potty talk, y'all. Here it comes. I had diarrhea all freaking day yesterday. I've had diarrhea every other day or so. My stools have been very, very loose. I know constipation is this big issue for so many of us. I'm having the opposite. And if it's a protein shake, it goes immediately through me. Like, my body does not like them. I'm even drinking my Iconic protein ones that were sitting the best for me. They are lactose free. My body is just not loving them. Not loving them. Oh well. The only issue that I've had this week with eating is how fast. 3 times this week I threw up, y'all, and every single time it was because the amount that I put in at one time was too fast, like bite after bite after bite. I am so used to eating quickly. If what I'm getting ready to eat sounds really, really good, like, or tastes really, really good, I'll have like a few bites too fast almost without realizing it. I definitely need to eat slow. If I use my little toddler spoon and eat a couple bites of it and then wait 2 or 3 minutes and then have another bite, wait another minute or 2, as long as I do that, I do really, really well with the soft foods. But the minute I start to try and eat it fast, it just sticks and it's like, nope, we're coming back up, Erica. And that has not been fun. Like, I just start salivating and get this foamy feeling, which I guess is what they call the foamies. And then I run to the bathroom and either stand there and breathe through it and it goes away, or a few times I've thrown up. And it's absolutely my fault. It's absolutely because I had too much at one time. This happened on some luncheon meat, which I tried yesterday. I measured out 2 ounces of ham, and that's okay on soft foods. And it seemed like it was going down okay, and I just ate it too fast. And, you know, a little bit of it came back up. This happened with the hamburger casserole, which every other time I've eaten has been fine, but it was the speed. I know it was the speed. So I am literally from here on out going to try so hard to take my time with eating and making sure I use the little spoon and take little bites. So that's the deal with that. What else? Oh, also I have been checking my blood sugar and my ketones some, just to see where I am. I've been trying to stay in my low carb, less than 20 carbs plan. I've had a few days where I had just a couple more carbs over that, but I've been in a really good, strong ketosis between 1 and 2, and my blood sugars have been pretty decent, so I've been really happy with that. What were my issues this week? So other than the eating too fast thing, I am really struggling with my vitamins. I have a lot of pills that I take on a regular basis, and then my vitamins on top of that. It just felt like I constantly had something stuck here. I was constantly, either food or vitamins were just like sitting, you know. And so I ordered a chewable multivitamin, the bariatric chewable, and it makes me so nauseous and have to sit over the toilet like I'm gonna throw up every time. I've taken it 3 times now, every single time, so I can't tolerate that. So I've got to figure out what to do with my vitamins. I think I'm gonna just have to bite the bullet and take the pill ones. 4 pills worth, and then if I take the fish oil, that's 2 more pills. So that's 6 pills worth, and it's just a lot, and you have to be, I just need to get in a schedule. I need to get in a schedule of taking them throughout the day, the whole day, when I'm drinking water, spacing out those pills and getting them in, because obviously I need to be taking my vitamins. So I did notice when I took them yesterday, it was easier. So I think that the swelling has gone down more, and now that I'm in the soft food stage, that the swallowing of the pills is going to get easier and easier. I really think so. It's been a much better week. I filmed 1 more video of different purees and soft foods that I've done this week, and then this next week between now and Christmas I'm going to stick to soft, and then it's going to be time to start doing regulars before too long. I don't think I'm ready for that. I think my body is fine with the soft, and the soft really, between puree and soft, I really get plenty of variety, so I'm pretty happy with that. And that is really it. So looking forward to week 5, hoping the scale moves more this week 5 going into Christmas. Really hoping for that next week we'll have a bigger number, but as long as it moves down, I'll be really happy. I know stalls are really common, but they mess with your head, y'all. Oh my gosh, the stalls have messed with my head. Anyways, bye y'all. I hope you have a really Merry Christmas, and we're all gonna rock next year. We're gonna have an awesome 2019.